Hello and welcome to Goblin Stream. I'm Mike.
Hello, I'm Sean, and we're playing Gitaroo Man.
Again, because I messed up the first record, so we're gonna pretend like I did
We
it.
just recorded a 20-minute episode, but that doesn't matter.
It doesn't
It's going
matter.
forever.
Yeah, you'll never see it. We made some great jokes. This one will have okay jokes.
Yeah.
I love that very sexy Gitaroo Man we open up on.
I love that there's like actual drawings in the game too.
Yeah, so the visual style of this, I mean, just rules. Just the 3D of everything, and it has like this nice sort of soft texture over it, like a noise texture. I don't know what you would call it, but it kind of smooths everything out. It makes it kind of look like a dream. And I just love it. I just want to like reach out and like touch this game.
I love that the TV is only 2D. I love in
There's something you can do.
I feel like something that I love seeing always is in animation or video games, when they show TV, because they always, not always, but often it will be like
I'm skipping the
an
practice.
alternate drawing style or like simpler or like I feel like especially in video games, maybe more than animation itself. It's always fun to see what's on TV because it's never like a full thing. It's always like simpler or a different art style, and I just like this. It's just always interesting. Like, what's this game gonna do? Because I feel like it's always funny. Sometimes it's like a simple like 2-frame loop, and sometimes it's like more than that. I think in Grand Theft Auto you can like watch TV.
Oh my god, I was playing Grand Theft Auto, and they have entire TV shows that you can watch in the game. It's remarkable how much work they put into that little tiny detail. But yeah, like, that's what they do. It's very cool. I mean, it's like when you're saying that, I'm thinking of like Rocket's Modern Life with the fat heads, which is like a jokey version of the show itself, kind of like making fun of how dumb the show is, I think. And I love how the characters on that show love the fat heads, even though it's clearly just like the dumbest show.
Yeah, I feel like that's an easy joke, or it happens a lot. Like the TV that characters on a TV show watch is like so stupid and so over the top and like so usually like bad. And I don't know what that says. That that's like I feel like that's a constant in shows.
Like Itchy and Scratchy on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
It's like a dumb show. It's not good.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know, even Bumblebee Man on The Simpsons is like making fun of TV, like Spanish TV.
Or like Family Guy, at least early Family Guy, which I've seen more of than new Family Guy, is like, I mean, a lot of their jokes are just like cutting to a TV show and it being like an insane version of
I have a question. Who is Bumblebee Man supposed to be? Like, I understand like Spanish soap operas is a thing.
I feel like it's a parody of something I don't understand.
Is there like a...
I've always felt like I don't understand why Bumblebee Man exists, and like I don't understand what he's parodying, and I have not experienced whatever he's supposed to be commenting on.
Is that something that you think the Simpsons writers were like, oh my god, I was watching this like Spanish soap opera and there was a man dressed as a bug? Or is that something they just like pulled out of their ass? Like, hey, what if he was dressed like a bumblebee?
Yeah, I always felt like it was a reference to something I didn't understand. And it was like, I mean, Simpsons first aired, I think, like right before we were both born. I think Simpsons started in 89, maybe?
Yeah.
And we were both born in 90, so maybe it was something that was around in 89 or 88, you know? Like, maybe that was a funny joke then. But I never liked Bumblebee Man.
He wasn't funny. I don't think he's funny.
Yeah. He's not funny, and he's definitely... I mean, they probably don't have a Mexican person playing him, right?
Oh, I doubt it.
I doubt it. Yeah, especially in 88 or whatever.
I mean, it's all white people, right? Are all the voice actors white?
I think so. Maybe they just got in trouble for that, which they should. So yeah, I never understood Bumblebee Man. I don't think he's funny. I never understood the joke. Listen, I love The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
But we're here to
earlier
cancel Bumblebee Man. We hate it. We don't get the joke. It's not good.
I never got the joke, and I feel like maybe because of that, I never liked him because I always felt like I was missing out on the core, his like core premise.
Yeah.
So yeah, listen, get rid of him. Also, I'm sure he's a racist character. There's no way that he's not, I feel like.
Well, what happened with Apu? What did they do with him? Because I saw the documentary, and obviously there was all that like discussion of, is Apu problematic or not? What do you do about it? What did they do about it?
The voice actor is no longer voicing him. I don't know if that means that Apu does not appear on the show anymore, or if they're going to replace him. If they have replaced him, I don't think his replacement has been on TV yet. But I think he's just not in the show. I'm not super up to date on new Simpsons episodes, but
I don't follow that at all. Yeah.
He did step down from playing Apu.
Which, you know, it's a good move. Probably changed something up about that show.
Yeah, there's a big wave of that just happened where it's like on Big Mouth, there's a character that's half black that Jenny Slate was playing that she's no longer playing. Cleveland show, this guy, I think his name is Mike Henry, was playing Cleveland, or on Family Guy, I guess, and he's getting replaced, or he's been replaced now, or his replacement was announced. On Central, I think it's a show called Central Park by the Bob's Burgers creator. Again, a half-black character on that was played by Kristen Bell. No longer going to be played by her.
Kristen Bell?
Yeah. So, yeah, there was like, a couple of months ago, there was a huge wave of like, everyone, and I'm sure I feel like there's probably people who slipped under the radar, who are not popular enough shows, but there was a big swath of people who were playing characters of color who were white, and they are no longer. Which is good.
Yeah, and I know that's like very controversial for some people, that concept, like, well, it's acting, you should be able to play whoever you want. I think an important takeaway, and I'll say this as, you know, we work in cartoons in some capacity. I've like hired voice actors and stuff like that. There's like a ton of like non-white voice actors. Like, it's not hard to find like, oh, we have a black character, or even like a half-black character, like, we should find someone that's like that. Like, it's not hard to find those people. There's lots of talented voice actors of like every background. They choose not to hire those people because, like, oh, Kristen Bell is such a famous person. It's not she's an amazing voice actor. She's just famous. That's why they hired her.
Yeah, right. And also, just like, don't make her character half black if you want to use her in a show. Like, it's fine to use Kristen Bell, but like,
oh, of course.
Also, that Central Park is like it's like a brand new show that I think debuted in 2020. I think its first episode aired in 2020.
Never even heard of it.
So that's even more. Well, it's on like, I think it's on Apple TV, so that's probably why.
Okay.
But they don't even have the excuse of like, oh, like,
it was a different time. Listen, it was
different time.
It was February. It was a different time, a different America.
Yeah.
We've heard you.
Yeah, it came at the beginning of 2020, which is even more like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like,
how do you?
Come on.
Now, here's a question: do you think they intentionally cast Kristen Bell and then fired her for the publicity?
Maybe. I think I read that she's gonna play like a different character now.
Okay.
Which is even stranger to me.
So they're gonna just erase the half-black character and...
No, I think the half-black character is staying as a different actor. Okay. And then also Kristen Bell will play a different character.
Well, that's good that they're doing that. There's this really good documentary, I forget what it's called, but it's about the history of Native Americans in cinema. And do you know that commercial where the Native American cries after that person throws like a soda can out the window? Do you know that commercial?
Yes.
That guy's Italian.
Really?
He's not Native American at all, and he's famous for playing Native Americans in like movies. And he was so into it that he like officially changed his name to like a Native American name, and he married a Native American woman, and he started identifying as like Native American, and it's like crazy because he's Italian.
Yeah, he's European. Yeah, that's wow, that's that's amazing. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, and it's like it's something like people don't know. You know, we all kind of like know the commercial, but just like, yeah, that's like a very classic example of, you know, there's a lot of blackface, whitewashing in American cinema, which is all horrible. But it's like cartoons are still, in many cases, like, we didn't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that a show came out in 2020 that multiple people had to approve. Also, that's the thing. It's like, it's not like someone on the internet made a short and they were just in their bedroom and they did it all themselves, so they did all the voices or something or whatever. Even that's not, but you know, whatever. It's like, this is like a fully produced thing by a known cartoon creator and known actors, and like had to be animated, had to be storyboarded. The character designs had to be approved by multiple people to go through. They had to be pitched to Apple. They had to be, you know, it's like, so it's not just like someone made something in their bedroom and then someone was like, oh, you can't do that. And then they're like, oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know. Like, this one person didn't know. It's like, I feel like 100 people had to have not known.
Yeah, it passes through a lot of people's hands, and nobody says anything.
To have like a produced, finished show. Yeah, it's not like a short or like a personal project or like something that even like a small group of people made on their own. It's like, it was pitched and then I'm sure it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, we made a pilot and then they put it on air because it's such big people involved. I'm sure they like were paid every step of the way to do every part of it. So, like, what the fuck? Like, are you kidding me? Like, how did no one ever say anything until people on the internet were like, hey, like, what the fuck? Like, why did it take till that long for these adults? It's all adults. It's all people who are,
you should know better.
Our age and older. Yeah.
We've heard the same stories. We've heard the same news, same history.
Who are out in the world. Yeah.
Who, like, get it wrong.
Yeah, so that's the part of it that also is crazy. It's not like an idea or one drawing by someone. It's a fully produced show that they made a whole season of before they were like, oh, well, you know what? This is bad. We shouldn't have done this. We shouldn't have made this whole season of TV that was written and animated and voiced and designed and colored and you know, there's like 100 steps in the process of animation, and like
exactly.
And they did that for what, like 10 episodes before, and then released it and did promos for it, and like, yeah, that's just that's unacceptable.
And there's like many ways to fix it. I could say when I made Slug Riot for Cartoon Hangover, there's a background.
Everyone check out Slug Riot.
Whoa, Slug Riot. There's a background character in episode 4 named Becky, and when we were looking for voice actors, we found this really amazing voice actor, and the character is white, but the voice actress wasn't white. So I messaged the artist, like, it's like, hey, I know I did all these storyboards, I know I have a character design for this, but can we match the character to the voice actor? And they're like, yeah, sure. And then they fixed it. It's not that hard.
Oh, okay.
You just like change it.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you're doing a more complex story, you can't just like switch around the races last second. But it's not like a very complex character, you know. It's not really about that anyway. So it's like, yeah, that's the voice actor
also,
should
I mean, you
see
probably,
herself in the character.
Yeah. Also, I feel like you could just switch around their race if you're not like in animation yet. Why not?
It's really not that hard. You just draw it differently, change the paint bucket. I don't know. It's cartoons. It's not that hard to change stuff.
Yeah, if you're in, especially, it's like, it would only be hard to change if you're in the point of like animation. If it's just a recolor or a slight redesign, then I don't know. You can change that up to like, I don't know, pretty far.
Pretty far into the game, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Especially if it's like a slight redesign, not a whole overhaul.
Yeah.
Back to the B-Man.
Ooh, the B-Man. I love the B-Man.
Yeah, it's funny that this game has no explanation of why these things are happening. But it's fine. It is kind of like an anime in that way, where it's like, it seems like each, like a character of the week anime or a battle of the week anime. It's like, now he's battling B-Man. Last week he battled Flying Saucer.
Flying Saucer, yeah, with a keyboard on it. And then that Devil Baby, which we didn't mention, but we're friends with in Hell over here in Goblin Stream World. We love the Devil Baby. He's a great guy. but he really wants that Gitaroo, and he's willing to hurt people for it. And that I'm not so crazy about.
Yeah. That is bad.
I think that's what this B guy wants. I think he wants my Gitaroo as well. That's like the premise, that they all want the Gitaroo.
Again, that's like a good premise for like an anime.
Yeah.
This guy has this amazing musical weapon and everyone wants it. That's why they're fighting him.
That's the premise.
There you go. You can
90
fill 100 episodes with that.
90% of action animes, that is the plot. That's Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Z. That is Inuyasha. That is arguably Yu-Gi-Oh! It's Pokemon. They all went to Pikachu.
That's right. For Team Rocket does at least.
Why do they went to Pikachu in Pokemon? Is Pikachu like good?
I don't know. That's a good question because I feel like
There's a lot of Pikachus in that world.
yeah. I think initially it's like Pikachu is a rare Pokemon, so they want him. But I mean, they've been chasing that Pikachu for years, and also
A decade
like,
even.
the yeah, like the or more at this point. The world that they inhabit is filled to the brim with Pokemon. Every town has like a million Pokemon. Like
Ash is balls.
Yeah.
Ash is balls deep in Pokemon. Every episode he finds new Pokemon to talk to.
Yeah.
He can't get enough of them. But now they went to Pikachu.
Maybe at this point it's just a kind of like a pride thing. It's like, well, if we don't get the Pikachu, we're failures, so we gotta at least get it once.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on. He just like, this 12-year-old has spurned these adults for so long, they just can't let it go.
Yeah, these adults are tracking this 12-year-old throughout country.
I mean, who hasn't chased like a young child across America trying to steal their assets?
That is crazy that he's 12, right? 12 or 13 or even like 11.
He might be younger, yeah. He might be like 10 even.
I feel like he's 10 through 13. That is a what a wild premise that he is traversing the globe on his own.
Well, that's like the beauty of Pokemon World. It's like this socialist utopia where healthcare is free, transportation is free, education.
Yeah.
He just kind of goes wherever he wants and goes to these free gyms where he gets stronger and eats free food as far as I know. No, food they have to pay for, right? They pay for food.
Yeah, I feel like they're always cooking food.
Yeah.
Brock, because Brock is a great cook.
He's also a pervert.
I don't know if he's still on the show.
I feel like not.
I feel like Ash changes companions every few seasons.
Yeah, how come he doesn't go to school? Does Ash know how to read?
Maybe that's the cutoff for when you can go off on your own. You just have to know how to read, and then you can kind of get out of there.
That's like a thing in like every kid's adventure story. They drop out of school. Like Harry Potter goes
Yeah.
to like fake wizard school. He never reads history. He never like learns how to write. He's like,
He learns
He's-
wizard history.
yeah, but like, I don't know. Is he learning about like the history of the UK? Does he know what like the Civil War is in America? Is he like a dumbass? He's probably just like this dumb person. He's not educated. Not that you have to go to school to like know anything, but he definitely doesn't know a whole lot because of that.
He doesn't need to know that stuff. All he needs to know is spells now.
Spells. Yeah, he can spell a wizard thing, but he can't spell a vocab word. Damn, I messed up that joke. I apologize. Something about
And that is the end of this episode.
wow, I blew
Whipping
it.
that joke.
I really listen, folks. I'm sorry I whipped that joke at the very end of the episode. I'll do better next time. But we'll see you next time.
We'll see.
On Goblin
See you
Stream.
next time.
I'll-
Oh, you got a B rank fighting the B.
Great. That's the joke I'm ending on. Great pun.
Perfect. I don't know if that's a joke.
It's wordplay. We'll see you next time, folks. Bye.